when you walk up to a blank canvas, what comes to your mind first, the idea or the image?
Well, I'll say this about art that I've discovered, bro. I'm only like, the blank canvas starts only happen ever so often because like I'm working on so many at the same time from so many accumulated canvases in progress that like a lot of the times I'm just adding on to what's already there, you know? But okay, so that's my normal creative process, right, in the studio. But then I'll say like the actual answer for what you asked is like the idea comes first. Maybe not for what the painting is going to be called, you know, necessarily, but just the colors maybe I want to use or where I want to put this face, or I'm going to collage the whole layer, like do a whole layer of paper collage and then cover up a bunch of spots and then do a contrasting white line with a marker. It's really just like the technical processes and order of operations is what's on my mind as I begin or create, you know. It's like they're just different based on what the canvas looks like at that time. So if it's blank, then I'll just be like thinking about the first layer, what I want to do in every spot, or, you know, yeah, I would say then it develops as the painting kind of is created, because the painting wants to get made just as bad as you want to make it, you know? So it kind of like changes, like it develops on its own a little bit as you like get there, you know, as you like reach that zenith point. So
it's actually, I'm not bullshitting you. I totally get what you're saying from an art wise to a more like therapist wise. Sometimes you'll be in a session and like a client will say something super heavy and then your schooling comes up. Yeah. And then you're like, whew, they didn't talk about this in school.
Yeah.
And then, you know, your life experience comes up and you're like, that never happened to me. And it's like, what do I say to this person? And it's like the same thing when you look at, you know, when you look at a person's that blank canvas and they tell you something heavy, it's kind of like, you know, it just comes to you. You just start to like, you just paint the stroke of like, what does this person not to hear, not to sugarcoat things for them, but like what will put them at peace. So I really vibe with that because I even see that type of like artistry in what I do. And I think the closes out of the first part of the interview is, I had the luxury of going to your studio and I got to see your sanctuary of how you like your process. Is there any rituals that you have to do to get started before you look at that canvas?
Yeah, I eat broccoli before I paint. And like, and then I would just say like, I would just say it's that painting is the ritual, bro. Like that's really my answer, is like painting is the ritual, bro. Like that has to be done every day. Cause that's the ritual, bro. That's what's gonna fucking do it for you. It's like, you gotta start doing the shit. That's the ritual. You know, you can't like prepare for all the time. You sometimes just gotta do that shit. And then if you don't like it, you can cover it up and do another one on the same canvas. If you don't like it, or you can cover up half of it, or, you know, like, it's all one painting. It's just getting chopped up into different squares, you know? And it's showing different parts of what you're thinking about in that time-stamped moment. So, you know, it's like you can fucking combine two canvases from 2 different years, staple them together, tack it to another canvas, glue it, collage over the edges. And, you know, like it's fluid, you know? There's rules, but there's no rules. So if you know what that means, then you might be able to get somewhere in art. Like there's rules, but there's no rules.
All right.
You know? So.
Okay.
Hey.
Well, we'll be right back. So hopefully you don't escape from this commercial.
Yeah.
That was horrible. We'll be right back. I apologize. That was stupid.
Hi, I'm Arthur Dixon. You ever want to impress someone? Maybe one of your vegan friends? Well, here's a simple cookbook. Vegan Cooking with Friends. 10 simple recipes that allow you to enhance the kitchen a little bit and impress your vegan friends. It's online, links in the bio. Make sure you go grab a copy.
we're back. Xavier, thanks for being on the show. Now, I'm gonna ask you this question. Don't get creeped out, okay?
All right.
I got to look up my notes for this one.
All right.